The chandelier-lit ballroom of the Pacific Heights Country Club buzzed with the usual Friday night chatter of San Francisco's elite. Glasses clinked, pearls gleamed, and the air carried whispers of stock prices and real estate deals. Marcus Chen stood at the center, his tailored suit a stark contrast to his humble beginnings. At 42, he'd built Chentech from a garage startup to a billion-dollar empire, but tonight's announcement would shake his world more than any IPO. "I'm adopting 7 girls from the Oak Grove group home," he stated, his voice firm despite the sudden silence that fell over the room. Richard Walsh, a venture capitalist who'd denied Marcus funding a decade ago, let out a sharp laugh. 7? Black girls? Marcus, this isn't one of your charity PR stunts, is it? The whispers turned to murmurs. "He's lost his mind," came from the banker's table. "Trying to be the next Angelina Jolie," sneered a real estate mogul's wife. Marcus thought of the girls he'd met last week. Sarah, the 16-year-old who read physics textbooks for fun. The twins, Maya and Mia, whose piano duets had brought tears to his eyes. Zara, already sketching business plans at 12. Lily, whose artwork covered the group home's walls. Grace, solving college-level math problems at 8. And little Joy, whose smile could light up the darkest room. Their group home was crumbling, underfunded, with peeling paint and broken heaters. Yet inside, those girls had built their own ecosystem of love and support. They reminded him of himself at the Shanghai orphanage before his own adoption at 10 hungry, not just for food, but for opportunity. "Actually," Richard Marcus replied, his voice cutting through the judgmental murmurs, "I'm doing this because 20 years ago, someone took a chance on a Chinese orphan who didn't speak a word of English. That orphan built a company you refused to invest in." He paused, letting his words sink in. "Those girls don't need charity. They need what I got a chance. And anyone who thinks this is a PR stunt can watch what happens next." As he walked out of the club, Marcus smiled, remembering Sarah's words during their first meeting where a package deal, Mr. Chen. All of us, or none of us in a world that had tried to separate them, these sisters had forged an unbreakable bond. Now, he would give them the foundation to build their dreams and prove every doubter in that ballroom wrong. The stark fluorescent lights of Oak Grove group home cast long shadows as Marcus sat in the worn-out visitors' room, facing Mrs. Thompson, the veteran social worker. Her skepticism was evident in the tight line of her mouth and the way she gripped her pen. "Mr. Chen, adopting 1 child is challenging enough. 7, and you're single." She peered over her glasses. "How do you plan to manage?" Before Marcus could answer, a commotion erupted outside. Sarah burst in, leading her sisters like a mother hen with her chicks. "We heard you were back," she said, trying to maintain teenage composure while little Joy bounced excitedly. The next hours unfolded like a symphony of personalities. Sarah shared her dreams of quantum physics, her protective instincts forged from years of shielding her sisters from foster care separations. The twins, Maya and Mia, finished each other's sentences as they described their music, their voices harmonizing even in casual conversation. Zara pulled out a crumpled business plan for a food truck empire, her entrepreneurial spirit undimmed by circumstances. Lily shyly showed her sketchbook, pages filled with haunting portraits of her sisters. Grace, quiet but intense, solved complex equations while listening to everyone else. And Joy, true to her name, climbed onto Marcus's lap, declaring, "You look like you need a hug." The bureaucratic maze seemed endless. Home studies, background checks, psychological evaluations. Each girl's case file told stories of lost parents lost to illness, addiction, incarceration. Mrs. Thompson's questions grew more pointed. How will you handle racial identity? Cultural connections? Their trauma histories? Marcus's answers came from his heart and his experience. "I know what it's like to feel different, to rebuild identity. I'll hire the best therapists, connect with Black community leaders, create space for their heritage while building our own family culture." The breakthrough came during an unexpected crisis. When the home's heating failed during a cold snap, Marcus didn't just write a check. He spent the night helping install space heaters, telling stories of his orphanage days in Shanghai until all 7 girls fell asleep, huddled in blankets. Moving day arrived 6 months later. 7 small suitcases containing entire childhoods. Sarah, trying to be strong but crying as she hugged Mrs. Thompson, who had finally become their ally. the twins clutching their shared keyboard, Zara documenting everything on her borrowed tablet, Lily capturing the moment in quick sketches, Grace calculating the cubic footage of their new rooms, Joy skipping ahead, already calling it home. At Marcus's house, their house, now 7 decorated rooms awaited, each reflecting their personalities. But that first night, he found them all in Sarah's room, sleeping in a pile like puppies, unwilling to separate even with space to spread out. "We've never had our own rooms," Sarah whispered when he checked on them. "It's a bit scary." "Take all the time you need," Marcus replied, his heart full. "We're family now. We'll figure it out together." Mrs. Thompson's final report noted, while unconventional, this family unit demonstrates remarkable synergy. Mr. Chen's understanding of their unique needs, combined with the sisters' established bonds, suggests a promising foundation for success. The first breakfast in their new home was chaos. Marcus, who'd perfected coding algorithms but never scrambled eggs for 8, watched in awe as Sarah naturally took charge of the kitchen. "Dad," she said, the word still new on her tongue, "you're burning the toast." The word "dad" spread like wildfire. By lunch, even reserved Grace was using it. Only the twins held out, testing the waters with Marcus until one morning, during their first piano recital in the living room, Maya missed a note and instinctively called out, "Dad, can we start over?" Each girl carved her unique space in Marcus's heart. Sarah and he spent late nights discussing quantum mechanics, her brilliant mind finally finding a worthy sparring partner. The twins taught him to appreciate classical music, though his attempt to learn piano became a running family joke. Zara dragged him to food trucks across the city, taking meticulous notes for her future empire. Lily decorated his home office with her art, capturing their family's evolution in vibrant colors. Grace found in him a fellow math enthusiast, while Joy simply claimed his lap as her permanent storytime throne. School transitions proved challenging. The prestigious Bay Academy wasn't prepared for 7 brilliant black girls who questioned everything. When Maya and Mia's music teacher suggested they stick to more urban genres, Marcus stormed into the principal's office. "My daughters will play whatever music speaks to their souls," he declared, leading to the twins' groundbreaking performance of Bach at the spring concert. Zara faced different battles. "They think I'm only here because you're rich," she confided one night, after classmates dismissed her business competition victory. Marcus responded by having her pitch her food truck idea to his executive board. She walked out with potential investors and a new confidence. Weekends became sacred family time. Saturday mornings meant pancake wars, each person competing to create the most outrageous designs. Sunday afternoons were dedicated to what Joy dubbed culture fusion. They'd alternate between traditional Chinese dishes and soul food, learning about their shared heritage through food and stories. The girls introduced Sister Circle, a nightly tradition where they gathered in the large family room to share their days. Marcus was honored when they invited him to join, though some discussions, particularly about teen dating, had him desperately Googling parenting advice under the table. Movie nights became a battleground of negotiation. Sarah's documentaries competed with the twins' musicals, Zara's business biopics, Lily's art films, Grace's sci-fi, and Joy's Disney favorites. Their solution? Everyone got to pick once a week, with Marcus's choice falling on Family Film Friday. But their first Christmas together brought unexpected tears. Marcus found all 7 girls in the kitchen at midnight, attempting to make traditional Chinese dumplings from a YouTube tutorial. "We wanted you to feel at home too," Sarah explained, flour dusting her cheeks. That night birthed their own tradition, Christmas Eve dumpling making, followed by soul food Christmas dinner. The hardest moments came unexpectedly. Joy's first nightmare about her birth mother, Grace's panic attack during a math competition, the twins' fight that left them not speaking for 2 days. Each crisis taught Marcus that love wasn't just about grand gestures, it was about showing up, listening, and sometimes just sitting in silence together. "We're like a rainbow," Joy announced during one family dinner, all different colors making something beautiful. Marcus looked around the table at Sarah helping Grace with homework, the twins composing a new piece, Zara calculating restaurant tips, Lily sketching their moments, and Joy beaming at her own metaphor, and knew that their unlikely family had become something extraordinary. They marked their first year with a time capsule, each member contributing something meaningful. Marcus added the social worker's final approval letter. Sarah included her first college acceptance. The twins contributed a recording of their first complete symphony. Zara added her business plan, now with investor signatures. Lily included a family portrait. Grace added her first perfect math competition score. Joy contributed a crayon drawing of their family, stick figures of different heights and colors, all holding hands under a bright sun. Next year, Marcus promised, as they buried the capsule in their backyard, "We'll add more memories." 7 pairs of arms wrapped around him in response, a silent affirmation that their family, though born of different circumstances, had grown into something unshakable. The whispers began when Marcus dropped the girls off at Bay Academy in his Tesla. "Affirmative action gone wild," muttered a board member's wife. Sarah, ever protective, straightened her spine and led her sisters through the wrought iron gates with practiced dignity. In AP Physics, Sarah's theory on quantum entanglement earned her first prize in accusations of cheating. "Perhaps your father's money bought more than just admission," her teacher suggested. Sarah's response was to solve an even more complex equation on the spot, her hands steady despite her racing heart. The twins faced their own battles in the music department. During orchestra auditions, they were relegated to backup positions despite outplaying their peers. "We typically reserve first chair for more traditional students," the conductor explained. Their response? Practicing until midnight for weeks, then performing a flawless duet at the spring concert that left no doubt about their talents. The country club controversy exploded when Marcus attempted to host the girls' birthday celebrations there. Richard Walsh led the opposition, citing membership standards in thinly veiled racist comments. The board meeting turned ugly until Marcus stood up. "My daughters have more class in their little fingers than this entire club. Consider my membership cancelled." Business associates proved equally challenging. During a Chentech board meeting, Zara sat in to learn, her notebook ready. "Bring your daughter to work day" was last month, smirked a senior executive. Without missing a beat, Zara presented her analysis of the company's market expansion strategy, identifying 3 overlooked opportunities. Marcus beamed as board members scrambled to take notes. The girls developed their own defense mechanisms. They created a signal 3 quick taps on any surface when one needed backup. During a particularly hostile PTA meeting, the taps rippled across 7 chairs. Instantly, the Chen sisters activated their practice strategy. Grace cited statistical studies on diversity in education, Lily sketched the uncomfortable expressions of their opponents, and Joy's innocent questions exposed the absurdity of their prejudices. At home, they processed these challenges together. Late-night sister circles became strategy sessions. "They want us to fail," Sarah observed during one such gathering. "So we'll succeed spectacularly," Mia responded. Maya added, "And we'll do it our way." The racism they faced turned more overt as their achievements grew. Anonymous notes appeared in lockers. Social media filled with cruel comments. College recruiters questioned their test scores' authenticity. Through it all, they maintained their father's teaching: "Success is the best revenge, but kindness shows true strength." Marcus fought his own battles in the business world. Investors pulled out citing cultural differences, partners questioned his judgment. Yet for every door that closed, his daughter's determination opened new ones. Their story began attracting positive media attention, leading to partnerships with organizations promoting diversity in tech and education. The turning point came during a school fundraiser. When the twins were barred from performing, all 7 sisters walked out in solidarity. Half the student body followed. The next day, the school board convened an emergency meeting on inclusivity, with Sarah delivering a powerful speech about systemic racism that went viral. They laughed because they're scared, Marcus told his daughters over dim sum one Sunday. "You're changing their world just by existing in it." Joy, wise beyond her years, added, "And we're not asking permission to shine." By year's end, the Chen sisters had established themselves as forces to be reckoned with. Sarah's science innovations earned national recognition. The twins' compositions were performed by the City Symphony. Zara's business model was featured in Teen Entrepreneur. Lily's art hung in galleries. Grace's math proofs challenged university professors. And Joy's speeches at school assemblies about kindness shifted the entire campus culture. Their success sparked a new kind of prejudice: accusations of being exceptions or not really representing their community. The sisters responded by mentoring other minority students, creating study groups, and using their platforms to highlight systemic inequalities. Through it all, their bond grew stronger. Each battle made them more determined, each victory sweeter, because it was shared. As Marcus watched his daughters turn adversity into advantage, he realized they weren't just proving their critics wrong, they were rewriting the narrative of what family success and justice could look like. Sarah's quantum entanglement theory didn't just win the national science competition, it shattered records. Standing on the Washington, D.C. stage, she dedicated her win to my father, who saw potential where others saw problems, and my sisters, who proved that excellence knows no bounds. The media descended like vultures but found a family unit stronger than steel. Good Morning America wanted the heartwarming adoption story. Forbes focused on Marcus's unconventional approach to corporate diversity. The Time magazine put all 7 girls on their cover. The future is here, how one family is redefining American success. Richard Walsh watched from his country club as Sarah explained quantum physics on national television. The twins performed at Carnegie Hall. Zara's food truck concept earned venture capital funding. Lily's art series 7 Shades of Family went viral. Grace's mathematical theorems caught Mike's attention. And Joy, speaking at a youth conference, brought the audience to tears. Former critics scrambled to rewrite history. I always knew Marcus Chen was a visionary, claimed the same board members who'd opposed his country club membership. School administrators who'd questioned the girls' abilities now touted Bay Academy's commitment to diversity. Business associates who'd pulled investments came crawling back. The family handled publicity with calculated precision. Sarah managed interview requests. The twins composed their own soundtrack for feature stories. Zara negotiated media rights. Lily controlled image approval. But Grace analyzed social media metrics. Joy charmed reporters with unscripted wisdom. At home, they remained unchanged. During one primetime interview, Joy crawled into Marcus's lap, interrupting his corporate success story with, "Dad, you promised to read me Goodnight Moon." The cameras caught his response, "Sorry, America, family time takes priority." The clip went viral for all the right reasons. Their most powerful moment came during a 60-minute special. When the interviewer suggested their success was exceptional, Sarah spoke for all. "We're not exceptions. We're proof of what happens when talent meets opportunity. There are millions of children waiting for someone to believe in them. Our father did. Who will believe in them?" The Chen family's story wasn't just changing minds, it was changing laws. Adoption policies were reviewed. Educational access was questioned. Corporate diversity gained new meaning. And at the heart of it all, 7 girls and their father showed America what family could truly mean. Sarah's breakthrough in quantum physics earned her a full scholarship to MATE. Her research on quantum entanglement caught the attention of CERN, leading to a summer internship that opened doors previously thought locked to young women of color in physics. Maya and Mia's Symphony 7 Hearts, One Home debuted with the San Francisco Philharmonic. Their unique fusion of classical and African rhythms earned them recognition from Juilliard's pre-college program. They began mentoring young musicians from underprivileged backgrounds, creating a scholarship program for inner-city children. Zara's food truck empire Global Comfort launched with 5 trucks featuring fusion cuisine. Her business model emphasizing employee ownership and community hiring earned her a feature in Forbes 30 Under 30. She used her profits to fund entrepreneurship workshops in underserved communities. But Lily's art series exploring adoption, identity and family was exhibited at the MoMA. Her work sparked conversations about representation in fine arts. She started an after-school art program for foster children, helping them process their emotions through creativity. Grace's mathematical theories on pattern recognition led to improvements in artificial intelligence algorithms. At 14, she became the youngest person to publish in the Journal of Advanced Mathematics. Tech giants sought her insights on bias in AI systems. Joy, the family's heart, started a viral kindness campaign called Love Knows No Color that spread to schools nationwide. Her elementary school speeches about acceptance became part of anti-bullying curricula across the country. Marcus transformed Chentech's hiring practices, implementing blind recruitment and establishing partnerships with historically black colleges. The company's diversity initiative became a Harvard Business School case study. Employee satisfaction soared, and innovation metrics hit record highs. The family's influence extended beyond individual achievements. Their story inspired a wave of transracial adoptions. Local businesses revised their diversity policies. The prestigious Bay Academy established a scholarship fund for underrepresented students. At a TED Talk, Marcus shared their secret success isn't about proving critics wrong. It's about proving believers right. Every child deserves someone who believes in them unconditionally. 5 years passed like pages turning in a well-loved book. Sarah received acceptance letters from MIT, Stanford, and Caltech, choosing to pursue quantum physics. The twins earned dual admission to Juilliard's prestigious music program. Zara's business acumen landed her at Harvard Business School's early admission program. Lily received a full art scholarship to RISD. Grace had universities competing for her mathematical genius. Even Joy, now 11, was already fielding interest from gifted programs nationwide. The Chen Family Foundation launched with a clear mission: building bridges through family. Their first initiative provided support for transracial adoptions, offering resources, counseling, and community connections. Richard Walsh, their former critic, became one of their biggest donors after adopting 2 children himself. Local adoption policies underwent significant changes, influenced by the sisters' advocacy. The Chen Protocol became standard practice, prioritizing keeping sibling groups together and providing comprehensive post-adoption support. The waiting list for adopting siblings grew as families saw the power of maintaining these bonds. Marcus's corporate diversity program expanded into a nationwide model. Chentex's internship program specifically targeted foster youth, providing not just employment but mentorship and life skills training. At the foundation's launch gala, the family stood together on stage. Sarah, now a poised young scientist; the twins, accomplished musicians; Zara, a budding business mogul; Lily, an acclaimed artist; Grace, a mathematical prodigy; Joy, still spreading sunshine; and Marcus, the father who dared to redefine family. 5 years ago, they laughed. Marcus said in his speech, "Today they're learning. Tomorrow they'll understand that family isn't about matching DNA or skin color. It's about love, belief, and the courage to see potential where others see impossibility." The audience included many who had once mocked their family. Now they sat in respectful silence, witnesses to what love and determination could achieve. The Chen family had not just proven their critics wrong, they had transformed them into allies in their mission to change the world. One family at a time. The Chen family's journey was never about proving a point, but about proving possibilities. What began as an unconventional adoption became a testament to the power of love, breaking down barriers of race, class, and expectation. Their story whispered a profound truth: family isn't defined by biology, but by commitment. Love doesn't see color, status, or origin, it sees potential. Each of the 7 sisters represented a dream fulfilled, a stereotype shattered, a future reimagined. To those watching, their message was clear: change begins with believing in someone's potential. Every child deserves a chance. Every dream deserves support. Every family deserves a chance to write its own narrative. Hey viewers, if this story touched your heart, don't just watch, act. Share, support, and believe in the power of family. Adoption isn't just saving a child, it's creating a future.